Hi everyone and welcome to today's power session. My name is Samine and I am responsible for our power sessions here in TimeLog. Today I have my colleague Sara with me and she will go through salary management in TimeLog. So before we get into it, I just want to let you know that if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to ask them in the chat and then Sara, she will go through them in the end. And also remember that we do record this session and you will receive the recording afterwards. Today's session may take longer than 20 minutes, but if you don't have the time to be here for all the time, it's totally fine. You will receive the recording. And I think that was the introduction for me. So Sara, the scene is yours.
Thank you, Samine. I expect that everybody can hear me now.
Yes, and I can see your screen, so it's perfect.
Thanks a lot. Okay, so today we will make the power session about the bookkeeper's how-to guide in the salary management in TimeLog. It is the advanced salary management in TimeLog, so we're going to go through some of the more comprehensive functionalities in TimeLog. So please bear with me. And as Samine said, you just ask your questions in the chat and then I will answer them afterwards. So we're going to go through salary accounts, absence codes, salary groups, and the salary administration today. So to begin with, I'm just going to show you how you can activate the advanced salary administration in TimeLog. You do that by entering the system administration. We see the front page here, and what you want to activate is the advanced salary time registration. You will see that it thinks a little bit, and then we go to the Employees tab here in the System Administration. You see that you have your salary accounts here, so just click here. The system will be born with 3 salary accounts to begin with, so you will have the Flex account, Holiday, and Illness. Up here, you see kind of like the priority of salary accounts, codes, and rules. So the salary account here, which is the first box, is kind of like it's kind of the umbrella of all your codes. So you create accounts and then you add the codes beneath the accounts, and on the codes, the employees track their absence or salary time. Let me show you how you create a new salary account. So you click here, you enter the code. If you have a salary integration in TimeLog, you want to use you might as well use the salary code that you know from your salary system. I would just insert a fictive one. You name your account. This one could be paid leave, for example. You can write a description, and then you choose the balance format. I want to go with days. You click Save. Now you have your account created right here. When you click on the plus out here, you will see that nothing unfolds, which means that we have no absence codes and no salary codes. So for employees to be able to track time on paid leave, we have to create a new absence code. So that's the one over here. That's the second priority, or the second part of the flow. So let me just show you how we create an absence code and how we attach that to this account. We will give it the same sorting. We will call it parent leave, for example. So remember that you can have as many absence and salary codes to one account as you wish. We're creating the parent leave now. The absence type. So a leave we would recommend you to use as a vacation absence type. Here you choose the salary account, remember the one that we just created, so we want to choose the paid leave account. The format, again, let's choose that we register in days, And I want to give the employees the option to register both a half day and a full day. In the calculation method, you decide whether the time is added to the salary account. This means that, so if you go with this option, means that when people track time on the parent leave absence code, it will just accumulate. So you will just see their total growing bigger and bigger. You can also choose that the time is subtracted from the salary account. This means that you have to add a specific amount of days for the employees to spend. So we could say, okay, for example, they have 30 days of parent leave. So you would add that to in the salary administration, which I will show you later as well. And then you will see that when people register time on the parent leave, that the time is subtracted from the 30 days we gave them to begin with. We don't want time that is tracked on parent leave to have an effect on the flex account. So we would just leave it as 1. So it's just a 1-to-1. Over here, you decide whether time tracked on this absence code requires an approval. I think it makes sense for this. So yes, we want this to be approved. Do we want it to be the time tracked here deducted capacity in the resource planner? Yes, we wanted to deduct capacity. And do we want to show time tracked on this code for all in the holiday calendar? And I think that makes sense as well. So all employees, all colleagues can see in the holiday calendar if a person is away on parent leave. As I just mentioned shortly before, if you have a integration to the salary system, you can check mark here, and then you write the code that this sort of code has in your salary system. So now I gave it the sorting as well, just so it's the same as the salary code in the salary system. Let's click save. Now you can see that we have the account up here, and then we have the absence code down here for the employees to track time on. A new salary code has exactly the same setup as an absence code. The only difference with the salary code is that it's something that perhaps you could use for overtime registration. If you want to create a paid out code, so people tracking time on a salary code, you know that it's for paid out. I won't go into creating this, as it is exactly the same as the absence code. So this is all the setup of codes and accounts. Now let's look into the salary rules, which is something we implemented in the fall last year. So this is when you want to ask TimeLog to create adjustments on different codes automatically. So for example, in Denmark, so we have the new rule where we get 2.08 days each month of holiday. You can create a salary rule for that. Let me just show you how to do that. You click here. First, you select the rule. Do you want an automatic accumulation? In the little information tag over here, you can see that if you choose this rule, you make a general accumulation, no matter the employee's work time. So this would be the best option to use if everybody has the same normal working hours on the same and the same amount of hours each day throughout the working week. You can also choose automatic accumulation based on working time. So this is for if you have employees who do not have the same number of normal working hours per day. So they perhaps should not have 2.08 days in the same way as full-time workers. Let's just choose the standard one. Choose the salary account. So we want to set up a rule for paid leave. for example. Normally you would do this on holiday, but I already have a rule for the holiday, so I can't choose it again. You can only have one rule per account. But let me just show you how it works. So you enter the amount of days that you want to accumulate with each month. Here you can also select hours if you work with tracking a holiday in hours. We use days. You choose the frequency. So for holiday and this paid leave, it would be monthly. You can also choose to accumulate on a weekly basis or even a yearly basis. This could be, for example, for extra vacation days. Perhaps you could use it as the yearly if you don't want to set it up as a monthly frequency. And click Save. So now we see we have the account we created, we have the absence code we created, and then we have the rule we just created, the automatic accumulation. This means that the night to the first day of the new month, everybody will have an automatic accumulation of the 2.08 days on paid leave. Good. So what we went through now is all the setup here. We can actually add another layer in TimeLog. So this is what we call salary groups. This is great if you have to differentiate between full-time workers, for example, part-time, if you have employees abroad that has different accounts and absence code that they should track time on. So now I need to set salary groups up. So I will go back to the employee module settings up here, and then I will activate salary groups. Now we have that functionality down here, just below the salary accounts. Let's open the salary groups up. So it's born with a standard group when you activate it. And you will see that it has all the absence codes and accounts down here. Over here, you can control whether employees in the standard salary group should be able to track time on these. So you can just say, okay, I want to activate this one, for example. Then you click on the little black dot here, or you can deactivate as well. You can also do like a bulk update by check marking all of them and selecting a action, active or inactive. Now we want to create a new salary group because we have people working part-time. So either you can create a completely new salary group or you can copy the existing one. I will do that. Call it part-time employees. And then if you have more groups, you can copy from the other groups. Right now we only have the standard, so that's what we copy from. So we have it down here. Again, we can, let me just open it up. Okay, here it is. It just needed a little bit of thinking time. So now we have an exact copy of the standard. But I want to do that a little bit differently. So let me show us matrix, just because this is a really nice view and I prefer this view over the other one. So now we have the part-time employees, we have the standard, the two different salary groups. And for the part-time employees, I don't want them to be able to register time on the standard holiday. So I'm going to go ahead and deactivate this. And then, of course, we need to create a holiday absence code for the part-time employees. So that is something you would go over here. You would create a new salary account, just as I showed you before. Let me just do it really fast. Create the new absence code. Let me just go through it a little bit fast here. And then go back to the salary groups, show as matrix, and then choose to activate the part-time holiday code that I just created. So now part-time employees can track time on this sort of holiday absence code. Good. So let's move on to the salary administration, where you can adjust balances and you can reset employees' totals. So in the system administration is where we do all the setup of the codes and choose who should see which codes. So as a salary bookkeeper, I'm sure that if you are known in TimeLog, you probably know the salary management already, but I will give you a guide to it. So in the salary management, you have to choose at least an account and a period. Click show. I like to collapse all just to have a nicer overview of all my employees over here and their total balance of holiday. This is what I'm looking at right now. So I can see, okay, Dorothy Day, she has 15 days of vacation right now. That should be reset because now we have a new year and I want to reset her holiday account. So you can click on the little context menu over here and click reset. You choose the date that you want to reset her holiday from and click save. Let's just collapse all again. And of course, now we are showing last year. Let me just include a bit of this year. And we can now see that her holiday balance is 0. Now, if you want to adjust holiday for this employee, you do the same. You click on the context menu. You choose new adjustment from on today's date, for example. And then I want to give her 25 days of holiday. I click save. And now she has 25 days of holiday. If you want to do the same for all employees, then you can just select all, select action up here in the ribbon, and say, for example, reset for several employees. You click OK, and you choose the date that you want to reset their holiday balance from. Let's click save. Everybody has a balance of 0 now. So this is how you work in the salary management. You can do the same for flex, for illness, for all the accounts that you have created. So you can adjust and reset just as you wish.